soundtrack wise, if they did release a version like that, it would be pretty cool. You know, like you could easily make a 3-disc box set with like a single and the B-side for the soundtrack, and then like a 2-disc split up, you know, multi-track version for the film audio, because it does feel kind of like a play at the same time, and it does actually feel like a radio play at the same time. When I used a bit of the sound excerpt for our trailer review section, it felt like that. You know, it felt like listening back to it without the visual, it felt like a really cool radio show, like those old time ones, you know, before television, you know, killed the radio star. I'm pretty sure this guy had like play experience. I know he's done other film. I'm pretty sure I read that he had experience in live theater, either before or after working on this movie. So they could easily like release it like that, you know, even put out another disc of like the DVD, the special features, maybe a single and 2-disc sound excerpt. It would be really cool, but you know, that's out of my hands. I'm just giving my opinion. But overall, you know, it was just, I have nothing bad to say about this experience. It was really nice Boxing Day treat and a late Christmas / early birthday present. So thank you, Zach, for that. You really made my year. It's honestly like the best thing I've seen on film in the last easily the last 10 years. Again, about the soundtrack, it's cool because it's a little bit bizarre, and it worked so well. You know, the only other film, like obscurity wise, of score like this that I can think of that works for me would have to be Once Upon a Time in the West. It kind of made me feel the way that movie made me feel, which is very, very good because I love that movie as well. It's my favorite Western, quite possibly the best Western of all time, without a doubt. And the music from that is mind-blowing. So it's really up there with Ennio Morricone, you know? Morricone or Morricone, however you pronounce it. Sorry. But I love his music, and I love the music from this movie too. It just made me feel like I was in a different era. And, you know, once again, leading back to Zach really made it feel like a timepiece, like early 70s. So it brought that nostalgia to me of, you know, Ennio and his work, and whatchamacallit, I'm drawing a blank. I hate it when that happens. Sergio Leone, sorry. So I really enjoyed that. So I don't know, it just really comes across as an amazing feat. You know, how this thing was put together. When you watch the making of it, it goes even more, it delves into it so much more, and there's so many great moments involved in that. So the making of is great to watch. And it's great to watch him walk us through the processes, you know, revealing some of his trade secrets and some of his background. So thank you, Zach Oberzon, you know. I really love the Reagan pose that's in there. I think it's Troutman Reagan, I think. I really like that. I think that's the only time that it brought me into more of the 80s from the 70s, but it was nice how you put it in. It was cute. Although I might be wrong. It might have been Troutman and the other president, the I am not a crook guy. What's his name? Nixon. It might have been Troutman Nixon. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and watch it again. Like I said before, there's just so many things that I loved about this movie that it's all flooding to me at the same time. So I might get my circuits crossed here and there, but I mean well for the most part. So it's modest filmmaking. It comes across painstakingly. It just, when you watch how he went through it, it looks painstakingly hard. I love that hillbilly moonshiner shout out part. The examples of how he filmed it. It really shows that $100 and 10-ish months really went a long way. And it's the best movie I've seen this whole year of 2013. You know, even longer than that, maybe 10 years, 13 years. I wonder where that mouse came from. That's in the, yeah. I wonder if there's a story behind that. You know, the script that appears in the court scene also, I liked how he brought that up. And the outtakes are awesome to watch. I love the bit where he's in the fan copter and he goes to stick his hands up into the fan. I love that because it's like such a thing I would do. It's pretty neat. I love how he described the layering of the multi characters and all the acting. The look made for a really unique look, you know, all of its own. And I love the patches, you know, so to speak. I'm a firm believer in that, and it shows that, like, actually on all my music endeavors, you know, I do it always one take, all the mistakes left in, because I love to multi-track and multi-track and multi-track. So it's cool to see that in a film as well, of this caliber. Like, it lends to the movie a quality of being fearless, you know. It really helps to make the movie come across as fearless. It's like there was no boundary there. It was like he was going for it, using whatever he had, or brilliant creativity of whatever he could use to get the job done. So I just gotta say, see this movie, you know. Go to his website, go see him on Vimeo, go see him on YouTube. I contacted him through YouTube, so contact him, people. Get this movie, like, get it. I can't wait to add this to my collection. It's so good. And as well, it's rather cheaply, like, I mean, affordably priced too, depending if you live in the US or Canada or wherever else. So, you know, considering all the work and everything that went into this, and, you know, maybe some of those special features, even if those special features were not included on it, I still think it's a great buy. And it's a great price. So go, like, but don't just take my word for it. Go out, go check it out. You know, I can't urge you enough. Just go check it out. It's really cool. It's gonna bring you back. If you're a lover of the book, you're gonna be instantly transported there. You know, you're gonna instantly be transported to another place in time and space, and it's just wonderful. In the beginning, I had my doubts that if anyone else could play Rambo. You know, I know I've made my choices in the past, Norman Reedus for different reasons, and Stefan Chapovsky for different reasons. But actually, Zach pulls it off wonderfully, and he wonderfully not only encapsulates Rambo, but brings us a different Rambo, and a Rambo who we can see just as much heart and soul and trauma behind the person. His depiction of Rambo is spot on, and it was great. It was just great. Imagine that over the 10 months, and he's got to play every character different. So Rambo, of course, the facial hair, and then shaving to have his hair like Teasel, and his Teasel is very beautiful and very solid. I loved his Teasel. I loved his interpretation of Teasel. But then having his mustache for another person, and then shaving that off, and then playing another person, and just how he did it. It's really, really accurate too. Like when you think of having a movie done over a 10-month process, where you're gonna have to place everything and everyone and all that, he really did a good job. There's like no flaw in it, so you can tell it was really handled with love, and you can tell he really knew what he was doing. He really planned it out and thought it out, and it shines through on screen. He really gives us a Rambo movie we've never seen, and I really don't think we'll ever see anything this good again. If Sly doesn't decide to do the next Rambo, if it really ended with Rambo on the Ranch from 2008, I don't think we're going to see a Rambo with enough passion as this one. Like, I'm sorry, I said who I would think would make a great Rambo, and it's hard to think of Rambo without Sly. But I really do think that this Rambo is the next best. I won't say better, but I'll say it's different. But this Rambo in Zack's movie is going to be hard to beat if they do remake it. And I would say that, in regards to like my passion for this show, to find an actor with the obsession to recreate Rambo in a new light, it's going to be really hard to beat Zachary's Rambo, because Zachary made this wonderful movie for like $100 that I felt Rambo. I felt Rambo's pain. I wanted to cry for Rambo. When Rambo breaks down near the brambles, I felt it. The end, I felt it. The beyond, the credits, I felt it. Zack's Rambo is not to be underestimated or misunderstood or taken lightly. Sorry. In my opinion, it's the underdog that won the war. And I can't stress again how thankful I am that it was such a different twist on everything in the genre in this movie. Even the mythos of First Blood and the mythos of the novel. It was such a cool twist on it. And like lending to that the fact that this is Troutman's movie. Not Troutman, sorry. Teasel's movie. This movie really, really, really is Wilfred Teasel's movie. So I love that whole spin on it. I love that he went more that direction, placing Rambo second. All fairness, Rambo's had his time. Let's why not make it more Teasel's movie? It made it more original, I find.